until you go somewhere to do stuff, and then you realize.
All right. We got 3 people there. One there. Okay. Okay.
We are in the dark. Holy smoke. Can y'all see us?
Yeah, no shit.
We got Tony and Randy here. We in Walt Disney World, and they turned the lights on. Mickey Mouse didn't pay the bill. That's probably what happened here. But that's okay. Minnie will take care of it, right?
Absolutely. I love that.
You like Minnie?
Minnie is amazing.
I can care less about
She is
it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We got to behave. We in Walt Disney World here for the Disney Academy, the Disney Dreamers Academy. A lot of young kids really doing some great work that Disney's highlighting.
Absolutely. And this is my first time.
Yep.
Not only is it my first time.
Virgin.
I am. I'm a DDA virgin, okay? But I'm also a Disney World virgin, too, because I've only been to Disneyland.
Really?
Yeah.
So they gave us these park hopper passes, right?
Yeah.
So they hooked us up. For people like you, I don't do this.
I heard that I should go to Epcot because that's where the drinks around the world. Well, maybe not. No, I'm just kidding.
See, Disney don't promote that type of stuff. I mean,
it's at Disney.
Disney.
It's Epcot. They have the drinks around the world. It's supposed to be really, really cool.
Oh, shoot.
It's an adventure. Okay, it's something for you to actually go and try.
Let me tell you something about Totally Randy here. He's wearing a dress that has newspaper on it. It's like a newspaper. She said, and I said, "What's with the newspaper?" She said, "It's the black press." She's representing.
I am
representing. So guys be checking that out saying, "Oh, black press."
Read all about it. Extra, extra.
And believe me, they trying to read everything about you. Shoot. So here's what's going on. So a couple things going on today. Obviously, here at Disney, we don't want to get too much into politics, but later on, we are going to be monitoring. We are still, let it be known, we're going to be monitoring the pending indictment of former President Donald Trump. And now comes word that the federal special prosecutor has now subpoenaed his lawyer. It might be a situation with his lawyer in which the lawyer is refusing to testify in that case. And so he may actually be indicted in Washington as well as New York at about the same time.
Oh, wow.
They have lost patience. In other words, the special counsel has been exasperated with trying to get cooperation. And he says he already has enough evidence to proceed criminally. So he's already tipped his hand.
I really think that that they're playing with us. Like, what are you like? Because my mind fast forward, right? So, what's the end game? They've been saying this for what, 2-3 years? Like, we have evidence, we have this, we're going to indict, we're going to do this. But what's the end game?
Well, I think the rhetoric has been we have evidence. No, they've been collecting evidence for a couple. And you got to remember too that while he was in office, he could kill you and they couldn't indict him while he was in office. They have to wait until he leaves office. And so we know the obstacles that the 9/11, what is it? Not 9/11. It's a set. Look, January 6th was just as bad. It's probably worse than 9/11 on a lot of levels.
You know, a lot of people don't feel that way though, Stacey. A lot of people feel like that's their patriotic right and duty.
But they idiots. But here's why. This is America attacking America. These are Americans attacking America.
Right.
That's why I think it's worse than anything than 9/11. There's no disrespect to 9/11. I got some 9/11 stories.
But are we surprised? America has always been attacking America. Are we surprised?
Well,
it's
not
just-
this
it's only on
form
this.
though, and not where a president. And remember, he wasn't former president at the time. He was a sitting
True.
president who basically allegedly, let's say allegedly, ordered the attack on America.
Right.
Isn't that is so outstanding?
I mean, this is, we could say that all day long, right? But this is what I want to know: can this man run again? Yes or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's
So-
nothing he could, like. We had attorney Robert Tarver on the other day. He could be in prison and run for president.
So that's my thing. Like, why are we allowing that? Like, what is the whole? I don't care about this indictment. I don't care about what they're gonna do, because if he can still run for president, if he can still run, okay, then none of this matters because.
I think it matters a lot because
But what happens? Let's think about it. Let's lay it out.
Somebody commits a crime, they got to be held accountable.
That's true, but think about it. How many more crimes can you commit as president if he's allowed to run again? What how is that making sense?
So go out. I want you to go out to Fifth Avenue, New York, and shoot somebody and run for president. See what?
Well, I'm not going to run because I don't have the cult following. I'm not going to. If I had 75 million people backing me up, I might go and commit a crime and say, guess what? I am most powerful person
so
in the world.
we're gonna
Let
get
me
her
commit a
75
crime.
million followers on social media.
Because I would want
So
to.
we're gonna test this out.
No,
And
seriously.
we're gonna let her
I wanna
be
prove it.
the test case.
We are, because I want to prove to
This
you that.
those don't kill me.
No, I'm not. Well, maybe because he called my dress hideous. But no, I'm like, think about it for a second. What is the end goal? If we can if he can commit all of those crimes, right? And then they want to sidetrack us by saying, we're going to indict, we're going to do this, we're going to put him in prison, but he can still run for president. He can still run. Then what?
You know what?
why
I'm
do
gonna
we
run
hear
for
about
president of Disney. That's what I'm gonna run for president of Walt Disney World. How about that? A black man leading this organization.
Mickey is gonna say absolutely not. To
Mickey's
that.
cool.
He side-eyed you last night. He looked at you like,
He
yeah,
was
you're
jealous. Oh, man, he caught a little bit of a jealousy for a second. Then he got over it. You didn't see that?
I saw him.
Emotion
He
me
was
over
like,
too.
I'm not really. He wasn't really feeling Stacey. Mickey wasn't feeling him.
Minnie was. That's probably why. Minnie was all up on me.
Yeah, she
Showed
was
up.
like,
Minnie had a little mini skirt on.
tall, dark, and handsome. That's
Right. Oh, Minnie was like, I ain't never seen such chocolate before. Shoot. But Minnie ain't my type. I have to let you know, Minnie's not my type.
Okay, well, who's your type? So you have Minnie, Daisy. What about Daisy?
None of them. You don't a name like Daisy?
What about a
Gotta
Disney
give me a
princess?
Shaquanda or something like that.
Okay,
She gotta
Tiana.
be black.
Tiana, is Tiana right?
No, how about the girl that played the mermaid?
Okay.
I don't even know, how does she look?
How does she
Look,
look?
we got our leader, Tiffany, over here with the mouse ears.
And I want some
Let
of
me
those
tell y'all
ears.
about Tiffany. Tiffany is our she's our what do you call her? Our liaison? Is that what
She
it is?
is.
She is like she should be Miss Disney.
She is Miss Disney. I like that.
She be
These
running
ears
things
are
around
amazing.
here, getting us
She
up
should
early
come
in the
sit right
morning.
here.
Getting us up early.
Say,
She
hey.
Tiffany ain't getting on camera.
She should sit right here and say,
She gonna
hey.
blow
She's
everything
so
up.
beautiful though, so she should sit here and say hey to you guys. I want some. Can I have some of those ears? I'm gonna be wearing
You
ears
have
all
they
week,
gave you mouse ears last night.
and he stole my ears.
I didn't
cannot
steal ears.
find-
No.
I
did
cannot
not
find
steal.
my ears.
I don't do that. I don't wear ears like that. Anyway, so we wanted to talk about a couple of things. I know y'all like, what y'all doing?
I'm
What
still
are y'all
running for
doing?
president, by the way.
With that dress, she running for president. Oh, you running for Dr. James' job?
Oh no, I can't. There's no January 6th on Doc.
Let me ask you something. So, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Oh.
Well, let's not talk about him yet. I want to talk about. Well, let's talk about him.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's
Because
talk
I
about
saw a new video.
Because he got busted up badly in the club there, in the not the club, but what was it, the LA Fitness? What's
Yes.
he doing in LA Fitness bathroom getting beat up?
Well, in the newest video, he says he does a lot for the poor. I don't know if he was just trying to stick to his roots and say, hey, I have all of this money.
Is that how you say it, by the way, Tekashi?
Tekashi.
I said
Yeah.
something right. See,
Tekashi 6ix9ine. Yeah.
Daniel is his name.
Daniel.
That's what we should call him, Daniel anyway.
You know, I feel like Daniel is
Yeah, you don't like
Daniel.
him. I can tell when you like somebody.
I'm trying
And
to
he's
think.
not somebody you like.
He's not someone I like because he literally Well, it's not that I don't like Takashi. I don't care about the antics because he literally took social media. He's baby, bad baby, the Catch Me Outside
Oh
girl.
God,
Right.
somebody got to mention
Well,
that.
wait a minute.
Good Lord.
As soon as she turned 18, she made 2 million off
No,
of
no,
OnlyFans.
before that.
No.
Oh,
She,
you're my OnlyFans.
yeah, but as soon as she turned
But
18,
before that,
Right.
after that whole Dr. Phil thing.
absolutely, and that's how she rode that social media wave, right? So they play on
What
the
was her
antics.
attraction? I mean, what these black rappers? It's like almost like a pun, black rapper. But these guys, they took to her. They started working with her and everything.
Yeah,
Why?
don't say black rappers because not in the 50th year of hip hop. We're not gonna put them with her.
50 years of hip hop.
We're not gonna put them with them.
2
We're gonna
years
keep
ago.
that legacy clean,
A friend
okay?
of mine.
No, she's the same thing. Like riding that wave of social media is like the antics, right? And as soon as they
It's a
feel
lot we can do with social
irrelevant,
media, right?
then boom.
It's a lot we can do
We can.
good with social media.
Yeah.
Like Chuck D speaking of 50 years of hip hop, he got the new app going.
I love that.
Culture Media app is what
I love that.
So
Yeah.
Chuck is the man. But 6ix9ine,
Yeah.
Daniel, he didn't. You talking about using social media for
Clown.
not good.
Clown, right.
Right. But he's a clown too because he's like calling people out and he's walking around like Brooklyn and stuff like
Screaming.
with the U.S. Marshals protecting them and stuff.
You know what I wanted to say? I wanted to send that video to Greer where he's screaming, "I don't care about money. Name another person that helped the poor in New York. My mom used to collect bottles." Now this is all in Spanish, by the way, but they do have like the subtitles there.
But you know Spanish.
I do. So yeah, he literally was saying that I don't care about money. Money is just money. I give a lot to the poor, and a lot of people were saying, yeah, he does give a lot to the poor. So now people are conflicted of whether do they are not supposed to rock with him because he's a rat. Also, can we just have that side combo for a second?
Wait, he's a rat. Are you saying he looks like a rat or he snitches?
Well,
or both?
I don't want to make Mickey jealous, but
Mickey's not a rat. Mickey's a mouse.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
He hasn't grown up yet.
That's why I was gonna say that. See, I was gonna say.
And nobody wants to exterminate Mickey. Mickey's is in good standings with a lot of people. Don't be messing that up. I was on the bus
I don't want to
with a lot of kids.
Right.
And people bring it. Let me tell you something. Disney is a great place, right? It's a really great place. But what I don't get, and I did this too. I have to admit, I did this too. Don't bring your little babies to Disney. Don't bring. They're not going to get nothing out of it, and all you're going to get is crying kids. They're going to see the character. They'll smile and laugh with Mickey and Minnie, but then like Goofy will come around and they'll flip out.
Okay, how old should you be to come to Disney?
I think a kid should be, and Disney probably won't agree with me, but a kid should probably be at least 9, 10 years old so they can appreciate it, and the parents can appreciate it. See, I think when you bring them that young, they don't remember it. My kids don't remember me bringing them here when they were babies.
Well, maybe
And
but they like
it's
having
an
the picture.
expensive picture.
It's an expensive picture.
That's what
Maybe they like having the picture. Maybe they like saying, "Hey, this is where I was when I was 3 for 2."
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
I saw one that was
did
like a baby was like 8 months. Maybe she had her baby and then a little son. So, maybe they want the picture. Maybe the picture matters to them. Memories, Because what if like think about the babies now? What if in 10 years Disney's not here?
Disney's not going anywhere.
I'm just kidding.
Disney's not going anywhere.
Always
Come
gonna
on.
be here. Disney is
Look,
forever.
this
It
is B100, and Disney's like 100 years old, right? 100 years old.
Yeah.
Don't be messing with me.
No, I'm
Come
just
on now.
that was
Walt
a joke.
is spinning around.
I was saying if you guys were awake, okay? So like make sure.
That's right. Get that right.
It was a joke. Disney is always gonna be here. It's the happiest place on the planet.
Depends on where you
okay.
No.
Wherever you are in Disney.
My wife is here
you
with me, so it is the happiest place on earth.
and Shay's my best friend. I've already told her she's gonna be rocking out with Randy. All right, she's not gonna be with Stacey. Shay's gonna be with me. Okay, but no.
And when the lights
seriously.
go out,
And she's gonna be right over there.
look out.
When the lights go out, I am going to pass her right back to her room. I'm gonna say, you don't have to go home, but you gotta get up out of here.
You ain't got to tell her that.
Right, she's gonna be running. Because listen, those two are like Mickey and Minnie. Those are they
not Mickey and stop comparing us
Mickey
to that.
and Minnie. That's why Mickey looked at him sideways the other day. He's like, "You're trying to take my place."
We're like Ike and Tina, but we're not without the violence.
Bobby and Whitney.
Bobby did something I wouldn't do. Bobby, you remember that episode in that, what was the name of their show, the reality show? She was constipated, and Bobby went in the bathroom. I'll never forget this.
Did you hear the story?
No, because I actually met Bobby and Whitney when they were together.
Okay.
And I couldn't shake his hand after this. The homeboy went and helped it out for her.
That's real love.
No, that's disgusting.
What do you do when your baby's
I'll
nose
give her another laxative.
Well, what about your baby's nose? Mothers dig in their baby's nose all the time.
Mothers digging their baby.
That's not love.
But that's not a man digging. We're in Walt Disney World, so I can't be all that.
Shay, you know what? I'm pretty sure that if you were constipated,
I would give her another laxative.
What if that doesn't help?
Then we'd go to the doctor, and the doctor would do all that. I ain't think. We do a lot of things, but not that.
Jay-Z and Beyonce. What about Jay-Z and Beyonce?
I don't know if that's real.
That's real love. That's real love.
That's the money.
No.
That's money.
No. That's right. Say it out loud, Tim. Say it out loud. That is real. That is real love. That's right.
They are real, huh?
That's right. But you know what?
I'm not hating on Beyonce.
And he said from the Hive, because the Hive really doesn't like Jay, which is crazy because I am not a part of the Hive, but I absolutely love Jay, and I love them together. I love Jay. He's always been so super handsome to me. Like everyone's like, oh, Jay is super handsome. Okay, I love the big lips, and Beyonce says that. She's like, I like my Afro nose and Negro lips. Like I love it. Absolutely perfect.
Well, anyway,
Stacy saw Jay at a party and he thought he was the valet. He's never forgotten it.
Y'all didn't hear what our great producer just said.
She said he's so petty. He's so petty.
Listen, let me tell you something. I asked him to park my car. Here's the keys. Park my car. And
Shanae wants to know: have they been married as long as you at home?
No. Jay-Z and Beyonce have not been married as long as me and Shanae have.
Wait, when did you guys get married?
2005.
I want to say that they got married in
2008.
Yeah, they got married in 2008.
They're young. They're still young.
They're not that. They're 3 years younger than you.
Young.
3 years younger.
They got a lot to learn. Those 3 years.
We don't want to talk about youth because Stacy robbed the cradle too. So let's move on.
That's right. Jerry Lee Lewis said, "Get them while they're young." Take them away from their mama and raise them up right.
You have to have a woman have to be half a man's age. Who said that?
She's not half my age, by the way.
She looking.
You got that right, and that is by choice. Let me tell you. I'm never shy in how I decided I'm gonna talk to my wife.
Tell us. He was
I used to see my wife.
Schools.
Nope, I was used to see my wife all the time, right before she was my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a good-looking girl, whatever. And I was contemplating, does she really want all this black love? I was contemplating that, right? And then one day I'm at the dry cleaners, and I see her walking down Rockaway Boulevard in Jamaica, Queens. And she had on these white pants. And I was like, good Lord have mercy. So I immediately, the Aretha Franklin song, I knew you'd be a vision in white. How'd you get your pants so tight? Good night. I can see right through him.
He's having a moment.
Yeah, I'm having a moment. But anyway, I decided at that moment, like Prince says, I hate the way you are, but I gotta make you mine.
What did she say? What did she say? What was your pickup line? That was your pickup line?
You got it. I said, girl, if God one day struck me blind, your beauty I'd still see.
And that works.
Of course it works. First, it's how you say things too. I know how to, let me tell you something. My wife is very fortunate right now.
She says lies and she put it on the stream.
I love it.
She just blushes. That's what she do. That's how she blushes.
Flabbergasted. Okay, listen.
Lies.
That pickup line works for you.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So give us some marriage advice. Mickey and Minnie need it because I heard they
good sex. This is bottom line. Good sex. No, Dr. Chambers said pin drop.
She said live again.
She said no. She said that's the real story. There you go. Need I say more?
So listen, Stacey's pouring it all out on the line here at Disney. By the way,
At 8:30 and 7 o'clock in the
It's
morning.
7:55 in the morning.
I haven't even had breakfast, and he's already like steaming it up over here. I got a fan of mom. He's thinking about
No,
shaving.
you're the one getting hot over here, not me. I'm good. Look. She all blush. We supposed to be talking about
What's the next topic?
Right, we supposed to be talking about Tekashi. Now,
6ix9ine is just he's becoming irrelevant. He needed something to hype him back up.
so you think that was a setup? That was like
You know
he
what?
staged that?
You actually get hurt. There are some people that get hurt when in WWF, WWE.
Ooh, I'm in trouble.
There are some people who get
Claudette
hurt.
Perry probably watching.
Oh,
Good Lord, I'm sorry, Miss Perry.
she's on.
You just thought about that?
I
That keeps
just thought about
in.
that.
Yeah. See,
Shoot.
I'm behaving over here. All right. You see how
No,
this
she
is
brings
going?
out the worst. We will bring Henry back next year.
Oh, by the way, Henry, I'm sorry to let you know this, but your spot has been taken. But you know, it's all love.
No, Henry's spot has not been taken. She's texting people. Henry does not text people before 7 o'clock in the morning. So you got a lot to learn, young lady.
I needed headache medicine, and this is what I have to deal with before I can eat breakfast. Okay,
Mhm.
You guys are seeing what I have to deal
Between
with.
you and Tiffany, boy, I tell you, what are we gonna be doing this week? Oh Lord. Anyway, so the other thing was TikTok.
TikTok.
So we have all these lawmakers that want to ban TikTok, and now the president wants to ban TikTok.
What did our brothers in China say?
Oh, don't get me started. Oh my God, don't get me started. We got brothers in China. We got a lot of black folks in China.
Oh, God.
We do not.
You know what's so funny? When I went to China, it's the lack of black people, period, that are over there. When anyone that is black goes over there, they treat you like a celebrity. I got my first experience how Stacey has been living his life, his entire life. I got my first experience.
You didn't get no
of
experience
that
about that from me.
when
I ain't
I
been
went
to China. I
They
ain't
took
going to China.
pictures every single second. I could not. We couldn't even take a break to eat lunch. They rolled their babies up with us as if we were like really, really famous. I kid you not. You can ask my sister, my best friend. We all went together. They will treat you like a celebrity.
So what's the problem with TikTok?
The problem with TikTok is that people are learning. It's exposing. That people are not. They're not giving in to our government, and our government wants to ban it.
Is it simply because it's made in China? Because you look at a lot of stuff say made in China, like America. You can say a flag, an American flag. Some of them say made in China.
We don't make anything as Americans, so the fact that's what really is kind of like setting people off is that we don't make anything. So you're upset because it's made in China, y'all have beef with China or whatever it is with China, and you're like, okay, want to ban TikTok? Well, then you're gonna have to take away everything. Most of clothes come from China, goods come from China. Where you're looking at your table right now, that probably came from China.
No
We
black
don't
person
make
came from China.
black people didn't.
David says,
But they have afros in China. You haven't seen that? Yeah.
they got afros in China.
Yeah, they have afros.
David says they already have all of our private data already, and that's really the issue, right?
That's what the government is saying. But everybody has your private data. Everybody. It's not just China. See, that's the thing. They want you to think that. Everybody has your private data. Okay? Everyone. Lizzo put out a tweet that said, if this image was created by AI, I wonder how many images we've been looking at that has been created by AI since we're just now getting it. The government has everything before we get it, right? Mm-hmm. So when you think about that and you say, China is stealing our private data, no, everybody has your private data. Because they've been having it. Think about it for a second.
Well, I think they're afraid to another situation with Russia. Russia interfered with the election, so they're afraid of that situation.
And I want to ask someone who has the actual facts, statistical paperwork that shows that Russia interfered with the election.
Well, you mentioned AI and the bots and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. We know that that's a fact, that they were targeting a lot of black people.
Right, but I want to know from everybody that, are you regurgitating what has been told to you, or have you actually seen factual paperwork that says Russia interfered with this, or are you regurgitating something because we're trusting our government is giving us proper information?
That's
Something.
Did you read the Mueller report?
Yeah. Did you read the Mueller report?
Who wrote the Mueller report?
Oh
I
gosh.
mean, somebody got to write it.
Somebody.
Which
somebody
means
gotta write it.
that's my point. Which means we have to trust it, right? We have to trust that they're giving us proper information. But think about it this way for a second. Think about it this way. Just hear me out, because I like this conversation, right? Because I want to see what y'all answer is. If you are trusting the Mueller report because somebody wrote it, and we're trusting whoever wrote it, who wrote it? Do we know who wrote it? Yeah. So when you think about that, right?
Robert Mueller.
Robert Mueller wrote the report.
But we're trusting, right, that he wrote it, right?
Now he wrote it,
but
he owns it.
Okay,
he owns up to it.
Here's the thing: he owns up to it, of course, and he says, "I wrote this," right? How many books have you read that you're like, "Oh, this didn't happen. This didn't." How many books that
this
people are
was
saying?
not just somebody
Oh,
sitting
no,
down
I'm
and
not.
write a book. This is somebody who was investigating the situation, right?
Yes.
A thorough investigation. This
A
report,
thorough-
it wasn't
but
like
we're-
a
but
30-page report.
But we're trusting that he did a thorough investigation. We're trusting that everything in that Mueller report, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's wrong, but I'm telling you how people think. We're trusting that everything that he did, everything that he reported on, the investigation, we're trusting that it's all factual.
Yeah, most people who think like that, like they panhandling. So,
so put your cup away.
No. I'm not panhandling.
But I want to go back to what David said. He said a couple of things. One on the Chinese, right?
Yeah.
They use TikTok for education with Chinese kids and nonsense for everyone else.
Well, that's I don't want to say that they use it for education or nonsense for everyone else. I feel like that's how they train their people to do it. Like, prime example, a lot of the kids that I went to school with talk about how their parents trained them to, you have to go into some field of you couldn't do what you wanted to do. You have to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, and you couldn't do what you actually wanted to do. So if they are training their kids to use it in a certain way, you can't get upset that our kids over here are not using it that way. Well, you can train your kids to use it for educational purposes. How can you get mad at China because they're training their kids a certain way and then Americans are not training their kids a certain way? It's not TikTok's fault that your kids want to be dancing stars. It's not TikTok's fault for that. Or that your kid want to get on there and say, shoot. That's not TikTok's fault. It's not.
OnlyFans will waste this one, doesn't it? Let me tell you right now.
I'm going to get on there and OnlyFans and I'm going to rant. So if you have a fetish for ranting, for $19.99, no, I'm just kidding.
$19.99. Look, David says that the Mueller report was thorough and fully investigated.
David, did you see Mueller do
David
that? I love that. David, I know. I trust you. David
he was somewhere where you supposed to be when you wasn't. He was at Black Press Week.
David was
at Black Press Week.
He said because the Chinese are not free. Let's see.
You wearing a Black Press dress and you wasn't at Black Press Week. Make it make sense.
She was Girls Gone Wild down in Miami.
Girls Gone Wild down in Miami Beach. Look at that.
Not in Miami Beach. Oh, my sister had a nice cucumber cut sandwich bachelorette party. Okay, she was very well behaved. Some of us. She was very well behaved.
And that's precedence over Black Press Week.
Well,
where's the dedication?
I'm gonna drop this bomb on you, Stacey.
Where's the dedication?
She is getting married in April, and
that's April. Black Press Week is in March. Where's the dedication? Where's the love that you showing on your dress?
The love is Black Press has me all the time. Okay, but my sister's getting married, and that was her weekend.
Is that your favorite sister?
I don't have a favorite sister, but that is my.
No, you just don't even try that. So, what's the sister's name that get married? I mean, that is are not her favorite sister.
Oh, she's getting
because it would have rolled off her tongue.
She's my wife. I call her my wife.
Okay. Anyway,
that's my wife. She's mad, so she.
Listen, Disney Dreamers.
16 years. 16 years.
Is it 16 years
16
now?
years, yeah.
All right.
1,500 students.
We're going to be here all week. Some special guests. If Tiffany lets us have them, we'll have them for you.
Yes.
She can crack the whip too much sometimes and be so mean to us.
We had had a media welcoming dinner last night, and I thought that was really really amazing. And they showed some of the students from years ago, and I thought it was really cool that one. I think her name was Tabitha. I wrote it down. I don't really write a lot of things down, but this student said something so profound. She said, at the Disney Dreamers Academy, she realized that she did not have to be afraid of the or focus on the or. She said, I can be inspired by the and. And what does that mean? She said, I can be a doctor and a fashionista. I can be a green chemist and a wardrobe stylist. Like, you can do all of it. And I think Beyonce said something like that. You can do all the things.
Got to go back to a Jay-Z reference there.
Anyway, I said Beyonce,
right.
But I'm pretty sure
heart
Jay,
of hearts, he wants
I'm
to
pretty
say
sure Jay
but
put it in
nonetheless, we'll be here all week. We're gonna have some special guests. I think they got some big plans. I know Questlove is a part of those plans. Tracy Powell, of course. And others. So we'll bring it to you as we get. Thanks for watching. Let it be known. We'll see you soon. Yeah, that's what she wants to